Hello. Hi, don't worry. Class is just starting up. Class is just starting. Yes, yes. Just waiting for all the good little noodles to roll in. Yes, yes, yes. Can you sweeties hear me okay from the back? You sweeties at the back over there, can you hear me? Come in, darlings. Come in, come in, come in. Oh, is that an apple for me? Thank you very much, sweetie. Thank you very much. Come in, darlings. Are you ready to learn about the law? Because, sweeties, I hope you're going to be paying very good attention. Because if you don't, I may have to put you in that wooden horse. Oh, yeah. That's right. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Oh, sweetie. The more you imagine it, the more you'll behave yourself. Isn't that right? Take a seat. Welcome in. Take a seat, darlings. That is a very, very cute backpack you have, sweeties. Amazing. Amazing. Come in. Come in. You sit at the back there. Yep, there's a space there. Oh, you want to sit closer to Mistress Foxhound? Okay, okay. Okay. Are you all comfortable? I think we got a few stragglers. We got a few stragglers, I think. I think we have a few sweeties late to class. They're coming in. Oh, the rival. Oh, hello, sweeties. Take a seat. Take a seat. Plenty of room. Now, the last lesson with Miss Shibi works out, right? Because law. And back then, let's be grateful that we were not alive and existing, where that would be forms of punishment for us. Isn't that right, sweeties? We don't like a juicy bit of punishment. Anyway, now we're here to learn about the law. Not just because I'm a police officer does not mean I'm qualified to talk about this. Okay? And I totally didn't do a crash course of Wikipedia. Okay? Okay, darlings, are you listening? Shh. Shh, 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 shh. Shh. Sweetie? Excuse me, are you chewing gum? That's illegal in Singapore. Anyway, let's get at what is law. We shall start with asking ourselves the main question. What is law, sweeties? So, a law is a rule usually made by a government that is used to order the way in which a society behaves. Oh, we are trapped in the cage of society, sweeties. For example, there are laws against drinking in the streets. The laws governing the possession of firearms are being reviewed. They led the fight to impose laws on smoking. So there's some definitions. Many doctors back. Yes, anyway, that's according to Cambridge, because Cambridge is so posh, which means this is so classy and legitimate. So yes, we really are conformed to the chains of society, just like this classroom. Technically, in this classroom, you are following the laws of Mistress Foxhound. That's why you're quiet. That's why you're sitting at your desk like a good boy. You don't know it, but we're always following laws. They don't have to be written on a documentation, because you can get many different types of laws, which we will get into. Okay? Okay, darlings, because now let's look at where law started. You know, sweetie, I wish this was a very easy answer, but I know it's a surprise to know. Frankly, a lot of us were not alive at that point in time. You know, when I think about back in the day, I'm thinking of the cavemen going unga bunga and banging on the cave walls all day. But what I could find was that one of the big first law codes was the Code of Hammurabi around 1750 BC. And 282 laws, sweeties, yes, 282 laws were carved into stone. Like, mostly like stuff like property, family, trade. You know what, the things they were doing back then. I don't know. They weren't doing much. I don't know, trading cows and horses. I don't bloody know. I wasn't fucking there. I don't know what to tell you, sweeties. You know, just famous for the whole eye for an eye. So yeah. Thank you, ancient Babylonians, for doing their thing, I guess. Which brings us to the Romans. Of course, Romans had their sandal toes and everything. I don't know, were they wearing sandals? I don't know. I wasn't there. I never met an ancient Roman person before. That's insane. You know, so the Romans got really fancy, sweetie, as they do, and they split law into two different kinds. So insert Latin here. I don't know, they probably called it like Justus Scrotumus or something. I don't know. But they split it into written law, you know, like decrees, and unwritten customs that, you know, everyone just followed, you know, just society customs. So we will get onto that as well, because there are a few misconceptions, a lot of myths actually, that people think are actually laws around the world, but turns out it's just an old custom or tradition that people just think that that's a law. So it's very interesting. Oh my god, hello. Welcome, new students. Gather round, gather round. You're all under arrest. So we're going to go into the types of law. I know we have to move on, sweeties. I know how much you all love ancient Rome, but unfortunately we do have to move on to the types of law. Now, of course, I live in the UK, so I'm mostly doing this based on what I know about the UK law. And fun fact, Scotland and England, they both have different judicial system, so Scotland works very different to down south. Yes. So of course we have criminal law, so you know, getting like murdering people, stealing things, fraud, dun dun dun. You'll be under arrest, sweetie. You'll be greeted by me. I'll be at your door, banging that door around if you commit any of those crimes, darling. Civil law, so again, that's kind of like the split that happened there between, you know, common and criminal law. So civil law, disputes between people, you know, nasty divorces, drama with your neighbor. My mom got into quite a few civil disputes with her neighbor, and I used to watch a TV show all the time about neighbors from hell, and they would just go into a lot of civil law, like stuff like, oh my god, your fence is too high, you know, getting the council involved and everything. And then constitutional law, which is the big boy, which is the final boss in a Dark Souls game. So running the country, very important. Elections, I don't know, I never got to participate in many elections in my life, but I'm, you know, because some countries have elections where, you know, controversial ones. And administrative law. We love bureaucracy, don't we, sweeties? Yes, we do. We love bureaucracy. Things like administrative work, like, you know, taxes. Ooh, license. Do you have a license for that? Do you have a license? You know, that much fun. It really is. And waiting 10 years for your papers to arrive. So amazing. I love administrative law. And then customary or religious law, you know, very old-fashioned, you know. You can put that in the bin, your Sharia law or whatever. Like, you're ruled by religion, basically. So old-fashioned, sweeties. So old-fashioned. So now we discuss types of law. We shall move on to interesting Scottish laws because I live there. So, 1, it's illegal to be in charge of a cow, sweeties. Yes, it is. Well, drunk. Drunk. You can't be in control of a cow when you're drunk. And it's still illegal to this day under the 1872 Act. So don't take your cow home drunk from the pub, I guess. Next one is if someone asks to piss in your house, you can't say no. Now that is a myth, which is really interesting because most people think this is actually true. But in fact, it's just an old custom of people being nice to each other. Like, yeah, you should let other people pee if they're desperate. So that's more like a custom, a societal rule that we subconsciously follow. But everyone thinks that's true. So if you ever come here and you want to rob something from someone's house, just always say you need to pee, and they'll let you straight in. So, and it is illegal to sing on the train in Scotland, which is insane because, you know, I go on the train and I hear a lot of singing, especially from the football hooligans, and they're singing their songs. Obviously, nothing gets done about that, you know. You won't hear, I will walk 500 miles and I will walk 500 more. Can't marry your mom. You know, Marriage Act 1949, sweeties. It is illegal, but your nan's technically not listed. So, but please don't shag your nan, even though I do tell you, sweeties, to shag your nans quite a lot. Don't let your dog get frisky outside. Okay, sweeties, now that goes without saying. Technically, the law is look after your dog, you know. Don't let, like, safety dog. I think it's called the Safety Dog Act or something. Basically, keep your dogs on a leash. But I thought, hey, if someone's not happy with your dog shagging your dog, then you can, you know, get the police involved. Next, no salmon fishing on Sundays. I think that's just for religious reasons, you know, Sabbath rule and all that jazz. No fish on Sunday. It's time to rest. Handing a salmon suspiciously. So that is a real law, sweeties, from 1986, which is actually quite recent if you think about it. Like 1986 and having a law like that, like, weird. I don't know what suspiciously is meant to mean. I don't know how you, like, do you put it in your pants or something and have it flap around? I don't know, do you put it up your fucking arse? I'm not sure how you handle a salmon suspiciously. It's not like you can give it a handy because it doesn't have a cock-a-doodle-doo. I have no idea what you're meant to do with that. And something very interesting about Scottish law that, as far as I know, doesn't exist in a lot of countries is that it's Scotland's third verdict, which is actually on the news recently because apparently there is something on the go right now for it to be changed. But basically, everyone's guilty until proven innocent. So there is a verdict that can end up not proven, which just means we think you did it, but we can't prove it. But hey, you're not innocent even though we can't prove it. It's just not, you know, it's like a big red stain on you for life. Like, so, yeah, that's how a lot of the rules differ, because I think in England, too, they have, like, this weird common law thing where basically if a judge, you get a case. Okay, Judge Ceru gets a case, and I'm like, I've seen this case before, and I just rule based on the last decision I made and don't give a fuck about anything else. So yeah, but they're changing the whole not proven thing, which is pretty interesting because a lot of countries do not do that. So moving on, enough about Scotland. Let's talk about interesting laws around the world, sweeties. So in France, illegal to name a pig Napoleon. So, I mean, like, you know, do we need to know why? Do we need to know why? Japan has a metabol law, which is waistline limits for adults. So basically, like, companies can get fined if companies' waists are too big, you know, if, like, their BMI is not satisfying, you're out the door. Like, basically, but then if you get fined, shouldn't, like, Japan be encouraging everyone to get some thick booties so that, you know, get more money because you get fined, so they reap more rewards for everyone being thick mommies over there? I don't know. Switzerland, you know what? It's a really cute law. It's a really cute one. So you can't just have one. You must have 2 guinea pigs because, you know, wholesome. It must have a friend. That's so cute. Singapore, chewing gum is banned, but, like, not in the sense that you're gonna, literally get arrested by the police and go to jail for 20 years. But I think when I read it, it was something like the chewing gum was getting stuck in places like under chairs, in like door like hinges or whatever. Just it was ruining the vibe. It wasn't very hygienic. So Singapore was like, fuck this shit, because it was too money to keep replacing everything ruined by gum, like public services, like the trains and stuff. So then fuck it, let's just ban the thing. let's just ban the import of gum. Like fuck gum. Fuck gum. And then we have Alabama, showing Alabama. It's illegal to wear a fake mustache in church that causes laughter. So basically, if it makes people laugh, you're banned. You know, humor is very offensive, sweeties. It's very offensive. We don't want Jesus in Jesus' house to have laughter with a fake mustache. Anyone tried that? Anyone from Alabama tried that? I don't know. In Saudi Arabia, men can apparently be deported for being too handsome. Well, luckily, you know, that probably doesn't happen often. Isn't that right, sweeties? We're good. We're good. We're not going to get deported. Oh, my God. Like, apparently, in a festival in 2013 in Saudi Arabia, 3 people got removed for being too tempting. So, sweeties, don't worry. You don't get arrested. Mommy finds you too tempting. Wait, you kind of do, actually, because I'm going to throw you right in jail, sweetie. So, yes. I can't... Cyber pumps, you're all banned from Saudi Arabia. You're just too sexy. Now, next one. Okay, I forgot about this one. Okay. So this is the current world map of status of legally marrying your mom. Now, some countries literally stated by law, don't marry your mom. Others don't have it as a law, but you're not going to get down the aisle and you're not going to have the papers for it. I'm surprised it's pretty much every country in the world, you know, because you do get some interesting countries that allow anything, like a free-for-all, you know what I mean? So I was surprised. All these places where you won't get arrested in some places, I guess, but they just won't let you, you know, go off of a marriage paper that you're married to your mom. Luckily, we're not blood related, so apparently it's fine if it's not blood related. I added. Okay, we've got status of legally marrying your cousins. So it says the green is cousin marriage is rare and illegal and or occurs in under 5% of the population. So all the green here where you can basically marry your cousin. So that's pretty much most of the big boy countries are allowing that. Yellow is cousin marriage is illegal but not enforced and or occurs between 5 to 10% of the population. Generally, this category would apply in situations where cousin marriage is only occurring in ethnic or religious enclaves. Red, cousin marriage is completely legal or has vague legality or occurs in greater than 10% of the population. And the green has no data because they are all cousins because they're tiny countries. But I'm just talking about Greenland. Sorry if you're from Greenland, sweetie. I'm joking. You're from Greenland. So, I mean, overall, it is pretty fine to marry your cousin. So, well done, sweeties. If you've been thinking about it, today is your lucky day. I can't arrest you for that, sweetie. I can only arrest you for being jealous. Sorry, this is meant to be a professional classroom. That's absolutely horrific. Anyway, moving on. I know what you did, sweeties. Now we're having a bit of class participation. I want you to rack your memories for me and think about laws you may have broken without even knowing. So I guess I can list a few laws right now that you've probably broke on the daily basis. So of course, this one goes without saying, the famous jaywalking. The famous jaywalking is illegal in multiple countries, most notably the USA. Basically, is it when you cross the street without the green pedestrian light on. So that can get you in trouble. I just remember that from Police Simulator when I was arresting a lot of people for jaywalking, sweetie. A lot of people. Drunk in public is illegal UK-wide. And thank you for supporting my education of teaching. Yeah, drunk in public. It's technically illegal UK-wide to be drunk in public. In many other countries, I think Germany and stuff too. But it's always the countries where everyone's clearly going to be drunk as fuck that it's illegal. I mean, I go out and everyone's drunk in the streets, you know? So I don't know what to say about that, sweeties. I really don't. So sharing Netflix passwords. Yes, so that's a breach of terms. So if you're sharing your Netflix passwords, you are, I don't know, participating in cybercrime. Sweeties. Sweeties. I don't have any of you done that. You can trust me. I'm not a cop. I'm not a cop. You can trust me. I don't know anything about this. I better make it look more legit. I don't know anything about this. I'm not a cop. I'm not going to use this against you in the future. No way. I would never do such a thing. What else? Oh, piracy. So, sweeties, you're desperate to watch that movie, huh? And it just arrived on a Yarhard Diddly D site. What do? Do you download it? Do you download it? Are you downloading things from your Diddly D sites? Guess what? That's illegal. You'd never steal a car. You'd never steal a handbag. Downloading illegally is a crime. Sweeties, be honest. I don't know. You seem to be looking very suspicious in the classroom right now. You're looking very suspicious. Yes, you wouldn't steal a movie, wouldn't you? Downloading parodied films, stealing, stealing is against the law. Piracy, it's a crime. Okay, so I'm pretty sure all you sweeties have broken at least one of these crimes so far. So it just shows you how easy it is just to break everyday laws, okay? Vaping indoors, banned in a lot of places. Eating or drinking while driving. Because that's, I guess that would be considered a distraction on the road. Yes, it totally would be. Littering. You know what annoys me though, sweeties? Do you know the amount of signs I see about, okay, if your dog poops on the ground, that is a 500-pound fine. And they never get caught and there's dog shit all up the streets. Who is catching these people? Like, hurry up, you get an extra 500 quid if you catch someone letting their dog shit. Come on. Come on. The government need to crack down on that dog shite. Don't get a dog if you can't clean up its fucking jobby, okay? Anyway, I mean, apparently swearing in public as well in some places is also banned. So, what rules have you broken, sweetie? I'm going to try and think of everyday laws I have broken. So, I mean, I probably broke a lot of laws right now from my home country. I went to a protest one time. That wasn't allowed. Oh, what else have I done? I stole something before. Basically, I was jealous of my grandma's pens. And I was begging, like, no, I want to keep the pens because it's good for my coloring in. But it was like, no, these pens are for your grandma. So we gave the pens to my grandma, and when they weren't looking, I stole her pens and put it up my sleeve. I remember walking home, the pens all fell out of my sleeve, and then I got spanked, and then I had to give all the pens back and apologize. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for stealing your pens. They're really pretty pens. A speeding. Sweetie, that's dangerous. You should not be speeding. That is so, so dangerous. As a toddler, I stole a lightning. You did what? You did what, sweeties? That is fucking disgraceful. I'm taking note. The true colors are coming out right now, sweeties. Gambling CSGO. You were well, at least gambling. There's a gambling law, I think. Obviously, you have to be over 18 and all that jazz. But you know, there was that whole thing about loot boxes in Overwatch and EU law or something like that. I don't know. Do I look like I should know about the law to you, sweetie? I don't know. You stole a chocolate bar. A lot of you, sweeties, seem to have stolen a lot of things. Is this a common occurrence? For all of you lawbreakers, I think you need to stay behind after class. Don't you think? I think some of you sweeties need to have a little refresh on rules, on laws, on being a good little citizen. Naughty, naughty. Oh, you're so naughty. A lot of you sweeties are stealing things. You stole someone's joke. Pickled Oh my god, sweeties. You stole. Oh, the heart. Well, sweetie, you should be going to jail for that riz right now, honestly. You also stole a chocolate bar? You sweeties are stealing so many chocolate bars. Holy shit. Oh my god, I also went and watched a movie under my age. Well, no, like it was like a 15 movie and I was like 14 and then the cinema person was like, tell me your date of birth, and I did, and I was so dumb and can't math that I made myself younger somehow, and they were like, you know what, I'll just let you in anyway, so it was fine. You yoinked an arrow bar and I was like, oh, I have bought cigarettes before the age of 18. How did you buy them off some random off the streets or something? Thank you for the tip and member, sweetie. I'm in class right now, though, so I can't lick your ears off right now, sweeties, because I am in class. I will thank you all later. Let me shut those down. I stay at crosswalks, not public drunk, so I don't drink. I don't listen. Okay. Looks like you're good to go. Or are you admitting all that because you're hiding something? You look a bit too innocent. There's that one time I stole the deck. Well, I know now, sweetie. Quick, track his address down. Track his address. We got your IP. One message is enough. I've got your IP. I know where you live. The feds are coming for your ass. You stole a pen. A pen 1-5, but I accidentally stole my 7-year-old birth. What's that? Kendo. Allure? Anyway, sweeties, well, thank you for telling me and being honest about the laws. I was a little shite when I was younger. Shoplifting, what would drive me out? You are staying behind. You did say you grew up now, so, you know, I trust you, sweetie. Well done for changing your life around. Well done, well done. So, thank you for telling me, sweeties, and thank you for the apple, darling. Thank you, darlings. Now, this is our judgment. So laws are cool, but not always. Sometimes they're weird, sometimes they're stupid, rarely sensible, and basically, yes, I am the law, okay? I am the law, darlings, okay? And a lot of you seem to be kleptomaniacs, so better watch out for that, okay? Who's my little kleptomaniac? A lot of you sweets have been stealing things. Oh my. Well, sweeties, looks like class is wrapping up. And as your mother, I get your reports and I can say that you got an A+. Good job, sweetie. Thank you for listening to me. Oh, you've been such good students. You most certainly will be getting rewarded. Good students get rewarded, yes, even if you did admit to an officer that you broke the law, okay? Even if you are admitting that. Now, you're so lucky because Miss Immy is now going to be teaching you about, I think, something biology related. Smart cookie who's actually educated out of all of us practically. So have fun, sweeties, with Miss Immy. And I will see you all on the other side. Goodbye, darling.